Hey, friends, welcome back. Welcome back to another episode of the Strategy Vault podcast, episode
Let's
number
go.
53, Marketing Mondays. I'm getting a beer open over here to, I guess, cheers for our 53rd episode.
Is it? Is
Cheers,
it
my friends. You have a
already?
beer with you?
Of course.
Salute.
Salute, my friend.
I don't know why I did, but whatever. Salute,
Oh
my
my
friend.
god. So
Let me just
my
get a sip
my
of beer.
Chromecast in the back is acting up.
Hey, today's going to be a nice episode. It's for Marketing Mondays. Today we're talking about timing. Timing is everything. Chapter 9 of This I Know by Terry O'Reilly. We're talking about chapter 9. Timing is everything. I really enjoyed this chapter, Phil.
Me
I
too.
love the examples that it gives.
We're getting
and how it
across,
paints
eh? We're getting across this book, but we're chopping it like butter. Like
like
we're
butter.
really in
Yeah.
the middle of it right now.
I was about to message you and say, like, you're down to just read half the chapter because it was packed with information. I'm like, wow, we have so much content just for this episode.
It
But I'm
was.
like, whatever, let's just finish reading it. A lot of stuff
Yep.
here, Phil, about messaging, about companies targeting at the right time. How important is timing when it comes to targeting customers?
And how much it could save you to learn about timing, to learn about how to time your message properly, and also sometimes I feel like it's timing would mean planning, but timing sometimes means spontaneous, being spontaneous. Like take opportunities when they show up, and we'll talk more about that today. So yeah, let me just get my notes here. I don't know why my things are not working today. Is it laggy, my camera, or is it fine?
A little bit pixelated. I see, but I can hear you okay. I think the audio is more important.
All right, we'll see if it gets better as we go. So yeah, so in the intro, there's like he tells us in the book, because there's so many questions to ask yourself, and I feel like when you start a marketing campaign, when you start doing ads, wherever you put ads, even if it's paid ads on Facebook, wherever, you're always gonna like slow down on your, on your on the moment you're gonna drop your campaign, because you're gonna be asking yourself all kinds of questions. Is the offer fine? Is the message okay visually? Like the
Mhm.
colors? Is it like, I don't know if me, I know I'm not like that, because me, I know that I need to like push these messages as fast as possible, but I know a lot of people who will stay stuck on message and stay stuck on like a bunch of questions about, is my ad going to produce do okay, how much will it yield, um and I think that, and they say it in the book, and that's what we've read. I think, and I feel like it's very important, it's very true. The question is most important is it the right message aimed at the right person at exactly the right time?
Right.
And the whole chapter is revolving around that question. Is
Yeah,
it
like we talk about this all the time, though, how important it is to know your customer, because the more knowledge you have on your customer, the more easy it is to time the message, right?
mm,
For example, he mentioned that Target. I don't know if you saw the bit that he said about how Target learns about their customers, right? They
it's the name of the brand, right? So you know what you're getting
right.
what you're getting yourself into when you go to the
So
Target.
Target knew about this woman's pregnancy before the family did, based on how she was making her purchases. And I'm sure a lot of people could relate to this. And they were launching ads to her like about baby cribs and uh strollers and stuff like that for babies, right? And it's crazy how they, like, with this information now, they can time their ads, they can launch ads to this
Right.
customer
So
now.
they got that information because she was, what, she was buying stuff related to like to babies,
To
like,
babies, yeah, probably like a milk bottle, bibs, baby clothes. Who knows?
and Target would send her like emails like about other stuff to buy, like, oh, do you need this? Do you need that? So what happened?
Exactly.
Family received the email, and then she.
And Target knew before her family that she was having a baby, and then the dad lost his shit. The dad got pissed. Like, why are you launching these ads to my daughter? Da-na-na. And and then
And
after they had to calm down the laser targeting. And now they launch like now if they'll know like a female's pregnant, they'll do like they'll make it less like on purpose. They'll throw like a barbecue in there, a
okay,
weed
so they'll
whacker,
still market like
and
baby stuff, but
they'll
they
throw in,
throw
yeah,
a barbecue
exactly.
in
They'll
there.
just they'll throw in a
Oh
barbecue on the
wow!
side, like just to not make it obvious.
Oh wow! So people
And
don't know like
I
they're
think
watching her.
I think a lot of people could relate to this. I hear a lot of people saying, including myself, when you're talking to your friend and about golfing, for example, and then you open up your phone the next day, you see like Golf Town promoting golf clubs, golf bag, and golf accessories for you.
Yeah, when you're buying something, and then the internet is like all of a sudden
Listening
it's
to
like
you.
selling it. Yeah, it's selling you a bunch of stuff. What did I like? What did we what did we buy? We bought something for the website this morning, hosting, and then I received a bunch of sponsored ad about hosting providers and like a bunch of like sponsored new ads that I didn't see before. So marketers have that information now more than it's we're in that era 2025. If you're not using the power of data to help you understand um, your client and the way they're shopping, the way they're buying, I think you're missing out. Like this is where it's at. Um, um, it's fine to have some creativity and think for yourself in your bubble about what could sell or what should
Hmm.
sell, or like,
But what
because
are
we do
people
that.
actually saying? There's no better insight than
We all do that.
people are saying that, people are saying they're hungry. I know they're hungry right now. Let me just put a Papa John's ad or,
Mm.
type thing. So there's obviously nothing better than that. But at what point does it get invasive? At what point does it become like my phone is listening to me? These companies are spying on me. Like the same thing that happened to Target type. They got in shit for that.
Yeah,
And I'm sure
Facebook also. Yeah,
Facebook did
Facebook
as
also.
well. You hear everybody saying like, "Yo, my phone is listening to me." What the fuck?
Yeah, literally. um I think the key here is like marketers are trying to like get to know you, but also get to know when you're going to be shopping for something. And they want to be the first. Like I was talking, because I was reading a chapter yesterday, and I was talking to my wife about it, about the baby things and the Target, and it's really a thing. Like it's really important, but because us as parents, when you find your brand, you're just rolling with it. Like you're not buying anything else for the rest. You're not gonna be changing something and create drama inside. Like you change a diaper and you buy a big box of another type of diaper, and then
What
like
diapers do you buy?
I buy the Costco brand. I just buy the Costco brand. We did the test, bro. Costco brand is fine. We love it. So as soon as baby number 2 came out,
Straight
Costco
to
brand right
Costco.
away, straight to Costco. But I remember that my wife at our first baby, she was obviously looking for baby stuff on the internet, and she received a sponsored ad about Huggies package, like a care package from Huggies, from like they were sending like a bunch of things, little things for the baby, to take care of the baby, of course, to like make us try their brand and everything, and they were giving that if it was not for free, it was for really cheap. But I think it was for free. So we received that when the baby was born, and I remember thinking, hey, see, it's a nice gesture. And at first I was, but my wife, she knew already like what she wanted to buy, and it was not gonna be Huggies. um
Huggy Supreme.
yes, Huggies Supreme. But because she wanted like some, but it's a very like, it made me think how of like, I didn't receive any care package in years. Like, they're not sending us care package to men. Like, what the fuck? I was like, like it was a big pack, a
Because
big
they know
box.
it's
full
the
of things.
women that spend the money.
Bro.
That's why. It's smart
Oh,
marketing.
yeah,
Like, why would
yeah.
you target a man? The man doesn't give a squat about
But
certain things.
it's
And it
actually
is the wife
interesting
that's
though.
usually going to the store to buy the diapers and the care packages.
Let's talk about it then. If you're in the care industry, like oils and stuff, like, I just gave you free information there, because if you really think about it, it could be like some other company they should use the same tactic that Uggies did for us when we were new parents. And I was like, I thought it was nice. I thought it was like, hey. And of course, I didn't necessarily buy Huggies after, but I have a good, they had little messages, little tricks. There was a little book in there. It was nice. It was just like thoughtful, and not just for the products, but also for the way they shaped their marketing. They sent it through the mail. We didn't have to like go for it at the store or whatever. It was really nice. They did something nice for new parents. I felt like, hey, this brand is not like cheap.
Hmm.
That's at least, even if we didn't buy it, like, I know that if I have to buy it, I won't, because my wife, she's really like, and it makes you think like, my wife, I'm saying that like it's been like 5 times, she's really sticking to her brands. She has her brands, she shopped for her brands, she stick with it for the rest of our, like,
Yeah,
for the
man. Maybe it
rest.
works. Like why kind of break your head if it works? You know.
Yeah. And how important
And
is it?
those companies that are making the Huggies that made the care package, they probably have that information, and they know that, like, once you try the Huggies, you're just gonna keep it forever and for your future kids. So they look at it like that. They're investing in a marketing package for, I guess, maybe a woman who's in her late 20s. Okay, they're having their first kid. Boom, let's sell the mom on her first Huggies. And then for the next kids that come, she's gonna stick with Huggies. I'm sure all this is taught out. All this stuff is taught out.
Of
Another
course.
thing that comes to mind when it comes to timing. I don't know if you know the show 24.
Yeah, I
24
remember
with Jack
24.
Bauer,
I remember 24.
Kiefer Sutherland. 24. It was a show regarding fighting terrorists and protecting the president. Yada yada yada. And I don't know if it was a mistake, but they launched the show like right after like, I think it was the early 2000s. When was it when they launched the show? It was like right after the Twin Towers, the incident with the Twin Towers.
It
The
was right
timing
after the
was
thing.
the timing was insane to launch the show during the fall of the Twin Towers, like 1 month after. And they're like, is it weird to launch it now? But then they like spoke about it, and they said, nah, we have to
Yeah,
we have to seize this opportunity, seize the timing.
there's plenty of these stories in the book, and I feel like what makes these stories very interesting is these people chose to go for it.
Mm-hmm.
That's what was bold, because, like, okay, like, they aired a show about terrorists right after 9/11. A bunch of people could have like felt that this would be a faux pas. Hey man, we can't do that. Like, this might be dangerous. It might fire back at us. But
Yeah.
actually, it went super well.
It went hard. It went super
It
hard.
went super hard. But they're also talking in the book at the end. I don't know if you remember. He's talking about people who did it in like, in a very like, uh, a lack of taste, I would say, type of things. Like, at the end, he was talking about the guys who were using Hurricane Sandy. like storm our uh, storm our sales or whatever. Like he was talking about the storm, and then with with the code Sandy at checkout. People were like, "What, the fuck, bro?" Like if your marketing is like pulling from misery, social misery, this is faux pas, you know. But I don't know, like the show 24 was like really pulling on the like.
Yeah, but it's a show about like killing terrorists, and it's like it's the
It
perfect
was a global
message.
sentiment at the end, you know. At the end of the day, everybody was watching. It was an international success. This show, I remember, we had it in French. You know,
It was a crazy
it was,
concept how
yeah, it was
how
translated
each episode,
everywhere.
yeah, how each episode is 1 hour
So it
in the
was
day.
not only Americans, you know, it was like everywhere around the world were like really passionate about terrorism.
It was a good
now,
one.
you know. Yeah, it was good. It was a good example in the book. But there was, bro, we can't just go on and tell all example, but most of them I feel are timed with I wouldn't say like it's pure luck, but like for these guys it was pure luck. You know, you can't really reproduce that. They already like had turned like they filmed the show before, right? And then 9/11 happened and these guys were sitting there with a full show filmed. They were like, man, what are we doing? It was a bold choice to go for it, but not everyone could end up with these opportunities, you know. And I wouldn't want people to say like, oh yeah, okay, but like these guys, yeah, they had it because they were there. Nah, nah, nah. You could create that also.
So I like that you brought that up, because the next point I wanted to make is that it doesn't take a big budget to kind of get in on the good timing on creating a marketing message. The other example I wanted to bring was in the Super Bowl. In the Super Bowl, when there was the blackout, was it in 2013, 2014? There was the blackout. Like, even if you're a small company that doesn't have much of a marketing budget, you could have done
Stadium.
You could have done like a social media campaign, like Oreo. Oreo did like a campaign when there was the blackout, and they said, "What's up, Boo Boo? How's it going, brother? How's your Bitcoin going?"
You're like crazy, probably like mine.
Yeah, I think you showed me yours today. It was up like 500%,
Yeah,
700% or something. That's crazy.
Yeah, XLR.
Yeah, you know it. So yeah, so you could still capitalize off like having a small budget. You don't need a big budget. You don't have to like create a show during 9/11 to like jump on the timing train. Like, was it Oreo that did a social media campaign during the blackout? They just took advantage of the timing.
These guys had a full team. They had like a full team
wait,
of advertisers waiting to catch a thing during the, because these guys were
the message they came out with is that like one person could just come up with that. You could dunk in the dark. You could dunk in the dark. There were so many companies that jumped on this, and like, think about it. Imagine you at Uninet. You're looking for an ad. I'm sure you could think about something right now on the spot. About a campaign.
I've been thinking about something since yesterday night, bro. I'm still thinking. I was hoping you would not ask me that question.
I'll find one. I'll find one. Boobs. Look, I'm sure Boo Boo NFT could come up with something in the chat, and you could let us know.
Yeah, for Uninet, timing is it's, you know,
it is timing because like when the springtime is, when it's time to clean the windows, for example. We're gonna target window cleaning right before.
I was thinking more about maintenance, or like my big target right now. My big problem is how to time well for food, plants, and all this industry, all the agroalimentaire. These guys are like all year looking for solutions and stuff. But I was actually trying to time a message for these guys too. But yeah, timing, bro. Like it's like it's if you don't, if you're not in like in an industry that like, let's say like if you're not Bell Media, with a bunch of content like crazy amount of content. Bell Media is just buying content. They're in a business of buying content. In the past 20 years, they've just been buying companies and create like a massive, massive, massive content monopoly throughout the media industry. And they're just there waiting, sitting with content and like waiting for a good time to just drop it at the right time, for us to buy it. Because if you just drop all kinds of shows that from back in the days for no reasons and nobody looking for it, you're just gonna spoil it. You're just gonna make it like diluted. These guys know that. So these companies, they know that your ability to know when to time your message and when to time what you're trying to sell comes from having a deep knowledge of your customers and knowing exactly like when they buy, inside out, like when to talk to them. When you and me, George, were planning to do like a B2B campaign for business or whatever, we know when to call. We know it's not going to be at from 6 and like we know it's going to be from 9 to like 3. Don't call someone at 4. Don't call someone at 5. From 3 to 5.
It's basic. It's just basic knowledge. That's what I'm saying. Like, you don't need to be you don't need to have, like, even small companies can capitalize from timing. Like, just in your, just as one example, when the season of cleaning is, when the window cleaning season is. There's 2 times during the year. It's the beginning of spring and the end of spring. And so that if you're gonna do video campaigns, you can launch a Facebook ad. It's not gonna cost you that much money, and you could call. So you're gonna do telemarketing and you're gonna do video ads during that time. So it doesn't take a huge budget. I gave examples about 24, the TV series, just as an example. But there are so many ways. It just takes creativity, right?
Yeah, bro, like smart marketing. If we're talking about smart marketing, because we're talking about smart everything, because smart is optimized. Smart is using your dollars and putting them in a destination that will yield as much as possible. So why is timing so important? Because it makes you like stop thinking so much about colors and message. And yes, okay, it's important. Like, you're gonna spend some time thinking about your message, yes, but if you design your calendar much more than you try to design your messages, you're gonna strike so harder, like in a method that's gonna just like shake things in your company. It's gonna change your bottom line. It will change your bottom line. Of like that skill of knowing when to launch campaign, I feel like is more important than your skill in writing and copyright. You're gonna spend a lot of money on that. Like, agencies, they love copywriting, sales pitch. Oh yeah, we got copyright, bro. They sold that to me the other day, bro. I don't want to say I love that agency.
Susceptible to marketing.
Bro. No, but they sold that. No, the guy told that on the phone, like, it was like, hey, we have the best copywriters in town. We're copywriting for this company, that company, that company. They know, like, and you're gonna be emotionally like, oh my god, they're like, oh, okay, so they're marketing for these guys. Oh, it must work. Yeah, but you could do the same thing. Like, you could, it's your business. You know better. So you're gonna pay some other people to tell you something you know already. Like, it's that deep. Yes, it's that deep. You don't need to spend all that. And they're gonna hate me for that. But I even told them I have a podcast. If you want to listen to, I still hire them because they're doing stuff for me on my website. They're doing my SEO. They're doing stuff that I'm not able to do. But I kind of tell them, like, hey, go this way, go that way. Because I'm not just going to go out there and spend all kinds of money. Lately, Jordan, we've had that conversation, you and me. I was not going to pay more. I was going to pay less. And I told them why. And I was like, listen, I don't yield results. We're going to need to work as a team. These agencies, they need to know like the input needs to come from you guys, not
Right.
from
Because
them.
you can't just expect them. You can't just pay the company and say, voila, here, do my marketing. You have to be implicated. You're the captain. You're the one steering the ship. You have to be implicated. Giving, you know, like
That's the problem
this is
right
my
now.
vision. This is my goal. You have to share all that with the company.
Yeah.
Like,
So we're getting a bit off topic, but at the same time, I feel like it's the whole point of like bootstrapping your own stuff, and like we're in a hard pass for some people. They might feel like, you know, times are rough, recession, all that stuff. It's time for you to learn your own soft skills so you're able to do these things by yourself. So the selling message, yes, it's important. But where is the sweet spot? You know, because timing is it is persuasion. Like at some point, you could say that when you analyze like Target, you know, when you analyze the purchase cycles someone goes through when considering about buying your product, you get like to understand a lot of like odd things that you would not think about in other situations, especially as business. If you're the business owner trying to do your own marketing, you know what I'm talking about, because you're thinking too much. You're thinking about 100 things that are not linked to what the client is thinking about when he's thinking about buying something in the same category, either service or product or whatever. You need to put yourself like in that, like in the position of your client when he shows up at your store, or when he calls. If you get an inbound call and you don't get a lot, that's odd. You need to understand, why did he call? When did he start looking? I'm going to give you questions real quick, Jordan. When did he start looking for your product or service? When? What happened? Did the patio broke? Like it broke down, so he had to look, or he waited like a year? And why did he wait a year? And then he started looking. Oh yeah, because now it was really broken. So that's information there. You could like dig there. Okay, so this guy, I have pergolas. I sell pergolas. My clients call me when are they starting looking for my product? What prompts the search? What did prompt the search? My wife asked me to call because now it's raining inside of the house and my daughter doesn't sleep. Now I have to. Okay, so your wife told you because she couldn't. So now I need to direct that message to the wife. Is your husband waiting until he's calling
yeah,
for
of course.
you? I'm like,
100%,
I'm just brainstorming here,
Yep.
guys. Like, I'm not.
Even though it's going to be the husband most likely that's going to install it, that's going to build it, but the wife's going to be the one. Hey,
Hey, Lola,
I
you
want the
need to go to
pergola.
the
So it's like,
store, get it.
yeah,
Yes.
just target the wife.
So
Target the
how
wife,
do they
1,000,000%.
search, right? How do they search? Is it on their phone? Is it like in their car when they're driving? What is the deciding questions prior to purchase? Like when caught between two good products, like you're in the aisle and two good products. What tips a decision in your favor? You want to know that because you want to market accordingly.
Mhm.
So these are questions, my friends, that you need to ask yourself to save yourself $3,000, 4,000, or six, maybe more, six. And you come back on the comments and you tell us. I want to know. Like, I really want to know. Like, what prompts your clients to search
George Val,
for your
I think
product?
George found it funny what you said. George, what's funny? Why don't you share with us what you find funny over there, huh? What are you laughing at? Because you
What-
mon ami. This guy, Georges, man. Hey, Georges, veux-tu venir sur le podcast vendredi?
Il est parti, il a eu peur.
On l'a mis sur le spot, il a dit fuck that. Hein, je m'en vais. Hey, Georges, vendredi, qu'est-ce que tu fais?
Vendredi.
On t'invite sur le Strategy Vault podcast. Stay down. On va parler un peu de
Let us know.
business. Tu peux parler de ton real estate, puis on peut shoot le shit sur le live
le shot.
ensemble. Si
So,
t'es down. Puis yeah, the actual timing itself is more important than the actual message. Because like, dude, you can, and I'll give you an example. You could be the worst salesman on the planet. If you're approaching somebody to wash their windows in the springtime,
c'est vrai.
they'll probably take it, even
Ils
though
vont le
you're
prendre.
shaking and you're trembling, and
You just
if
know
you
when
catch
to go.
them at the right time, they'll take it. Most likely. Obviously, if you're good in sales, it helps, but we're talking about the timing being the most important. Toujours les femmes qui décident. Ça, c'est vrai, Georges. Ça, c'est 100%.
C'est pour
T'as
ça qu'il y a
100%
aussi
raison, mon
beaucoup
ami.
il y a beaucoup de marketing messages qui sont dirigés vers les femmes.
Vers les
Pour
femmes.
des
ouais.
choses
La
que
plupart.
nous, les hommes, on achète. Il y en a beaucoup.
Yeah.
So, il faut
What
penser à
about
ça.
fishing gear? Like fishing gear. That's
Yes,
the
I
wife.
was.
You think that's the wife that's gonna buy it? I think fishing gear and
Why
and-
not? It's Christmas time, bro. Like, it's Christmas time right now. Okay,
yeah,
so,
but do you think they're just buying stuff during the Christmas time? Like, think about it, because they need to sell all year round. Who are they targeting to? Who do you think? Let's see who you think. We'll do the research after. But if
we
we
need
could
to
just
do
do like,
research, but I feel like there's so many of them you could get lost. Like, but it makes you like see the
it
world
makes
through
you
a
think,
different
it opens
filter.
your mind. Yeah, of course.
Yes, because now you think like, okay, this marketing. Sometimes you ask yourself, why are they marketing it that way? Like, it's so weird. Why do they? There's a reason, and the reason why you're asking yourself that question is because you're not buying that product. If you were to buy that product, you would totally get it, and that's all that matters for these people, for these marketing people.
It's just men. We're simple, Georges. Nous, les hommes, on est des créatures. We are simple creatures. We don't need much to be happy. Une bonne petite bière ici. That's it, man. Tu sais, un couple de bons chums, peut-être un petit feu dehors, des brochettes, un steak. That's it. We're happy.
If you go to the like tool stores or stuff like that, the way they're set up, it's almost like games, you know. Like, I don't remember. Like, it's all colors, you know. They all have their colors, very separated colors. DeWalt has the yellow, Milwaukee has the red, Makita has the blue. You know, it's
They did a study. They did a study. I think I mentioned this like a couple of lives ago. How they designed the environment of the stores different based on gender. So, for example, women, they'll put the signs really small because women like to ask for help. Women like to go in and talk to the associate and ask them questions. Which, for example, which lipstick is good, which brand, whatever. And the lighting is different for women and men's stores. Men's, because they like to just go in, buy what they need, and leave. They make the signs huge.
Ouais.
Fishing gear, tools, paint in big, because men, we don't like to talk. We're just going shopping, we're buying what we need, and we're out. Women, it's not like that. They're going in, they want to buy lipstick. They're coming out with eyeliner. They're coming out with face mask. This, that, new pair of leggings. We're different. Women like to shop. And I think that's important when you're designing your message and choosing a good timing to launch your campaign. Ouais, Georges, un bon... Hey, Georges, I don't know if you're still there, mais j'attends mon invitation pour un barbecue. Là. Ça suffit, là.
Ouais. Déjà, il va falloir que tu retournes au Portugal, Joe, parce que là...
Parce que là...
Il n'y a pas de barbecue qui va se donner dans les prochains jours ici à Montréal, je te confirme.
Ben, c'est clair.
But, bro, smaller advertisers, that's us, okay, at Uninet. Small advertisers, small businesses, les PME, we're all the same. Okay, we're looking for interesting messages to
Not
tell our
sometimes, George,
clients.
all the time.
Je pense que c'est ça le problème des petites compagnies qui essayent de lancer leur message puis qui ont des petits budgets. You already have a small budget and you're gonna spoil it. You're gonna spoil it. You're gonna spoil it because it's gonna die in the ocean of messages, in the ocean of other companies that are doing the same sleepy things as you do. C'est sûr que tout le monde va s'endormir quand ils vont voir le message de si tu veux du ménage, viens voir pour du ménage. Si tu veux du ménage, on a du ménage. Le numéro de téléphone pour du ménage, c'est ce numéro. Hey, bro, like.
It's like when you're calling people, like, again, like, I like to keep our message to like the small companies, the companies with limited resources. I don't like to talk about the big companies. And I like to talk about cheap solutions and cheap ways to target and to choose a good timing. And
yeah, cheap way to plan, cheap way to strategize. C'est ça qui est cool dans le fond. Là,
that's what I find really cool and interesting, because I think the majority of our people listening to us are like either starting or they're thinking about starting, and they're thinking like, hey, I don't really have a big enough budget to do marketing and stuff like that, but you do. You really do. Like,
c'est ça.
The phone, you could cold call. Cold calling, it doesn't cost you anything. It's free. Just like, look, Felix, we do phone calls for Felix's company, Uninet, and he offers cleaning, right? So at different times of the year, we're gonna call for different reasons. We're not gonna call people for warehouse, like commercial warehouse cleanups during the summertime or during the springtime. That's when people are washing windows. So we're gonna call window. We know we're gonna call, and it's tempting to just call the company and offer everything. Oh yeah, we do window cleaning, we do warehouse cleaning, we
never a good strategy.
We do deep cleaning, we do we disinfectant this, that. No good. You're gonna lose them. You have to call, be specific. One thing. We're calling now. It's the springtime people. Sure. Even though you might lose one because the person you didn't, you can't unleash 10,000 different services when you're calling them. They're going to be lost. They're going to be like, no.
Lost in the message.
Yeah, they're going to get lost.
The ocean of like, you're diluting yourself. You're diluting your message. You're diluting your strike. It's like trying to hit like all kinds of strike. You don't have that firepower, bro. You're not going to be able to like deliver all these messages and make really that client think that you're the best person to solve all these problems at the same time. Even if you can, even if you do have the solutions, it's never marketed that way. It's never like GE, General Electric, has so many services. They're having like multiple like flows of like income and like different companies. They have General Electric is one of the most like one of the oldest companies. It's one of the oldest. They have everything. They do financing. They do all kinds of stuff. Are they gonna market all that into one ad at one time? No. Like, they have different marketing teams working at different levels for all these companies. All these entities, they have their own marketing.
Yes. Sounds good, George. Bonne nuit à toi, bro. Puis thanks. Merci encore pour venir voir le podcast. Et on apprécie ça beaucoup, bro, pour le support. Puis, and I'm looking forward to doing our barbecue and talking about business. And I would like to hear about your new project. You're more than welcome, George, to come on our podcast. We do every Friday. We do interviews on Friday. We chill and we shoot the shit. And si tu veux venir vendredi, laissez-nous savoir, puis ça va nous faire plaisir de t'avoir, puis parler de ton
l'autre vendredi d'après, ou l'autre vendredi d'après, ou l'autre vendredi d'après, parce qu'on va toujours être là.
Ouais, c'est ça, tous les vendredis. Fait que dites-nous, si pas cette vendredi, le prochain, puis that's it. Thank you very much, my friend. Bonne nuit.
Ciao. Bonne nuit, man. So yeah, man. Like, small marketers are looking for a nice message, and smart marketers are looking for a good timing. So that's what we're trying to look for here. If you're in the rich thinking vibe, and you don't have the money, think timing. Stop looking for nice messages on ChatGPT to like push for and like push like I'm gonna put $400 on Facebook. Stop doing that. Stop now. We're gonna think about more timing based messages. They're gonna strike the mind. I want to talk about the example of the airline, Virgin Airline. George, do you remember that example in the book? I love that example, bro. When you're ending a flight, a cramped flight, what do you do? The first thing you do as soon as you get out of
You
the
go
plane.
take a piss right away. I know where you're getting with this, but I thought we were talking about like cheap
Because you're
marketing
taking
ways.
so many.
This
I
guy-
don't take flights. This guy is already in at the airport.
I don't know how much it costs to do urinal advertising at the airport, but it's
But-
probably fucking expensive.
Bro, they said it was cheap, bro. I guess it's cheap to hire like a plumber. Okay, not even a plumber. Like there was probably not even water. Let's be real. Like these guys at Virgin Airlines. What's the name of the airline? Like I'm
Virgin
saying
with Richard
Branson.
Richard Branson.
Shaw Branson. These guys are geniuses. These guys installed in airports bathrooms urinals at 7 feet off the ground. The urinals were almost at the ceiling, and right in front of your eyes, you could see like a tag that said, "Need extra leg room? Fly Virgin Airlines, bro."
Right, because you're in that moment, your legs are like your legs were cramped up all flight.
Cramped, and
You
you're
see
looking
that
for
message,
like
and
a
it's gonna
place.
stay in your mind. You're like,
And
oh,
you see that urinal, you're obviously laughing, bro. You're obviously like, whoa, these guys they really thought about that. That's crazy. And just to be able to have that thing inside of like the airport, have the
like
airport.
I know, like
it's
I,
just
I want to
crazy.
say something. I know that ad would never work on me. Well, I won't say never. I'm gonna say right now, because right now, when I'm looking for flights, I don't really mind. I'm gonna take a, as long as it's a direct flight, I'm happy. Even if my legs are gonna be, my legs are gonna be cramped. But I know there's certain
But
people,
if you have
and I have to
extra
stop
money,
thinking. Yes, of
if
course.
you have the extra money, you're like, no
for
way.
sure in the future, it's gonna be like this, right? But
if you're like me,
and I know that, and I have to stop thinking like that. I know sometimes, and I catch myself like, okay, I'm not everybody. Everybody is not me, so I have to stop thinking like that. You should think more like, okay, this problem, solution, timing. It doesn't mean just because I won't buy a more expensive flight.
because Virgin is also like they know that who's gonna buy extra leg room? People with money, right? Like let's be real, extra leg room in flights, it's costly. Like it's gonna cost you. And I guess Virgin flights are not cheap, right? Like they're probably cheap. Like they're probably more expensive.
Yeah.
So there you go. So if you're that guy who has that money and you have like an assistant who's like booking your flights for you, the next morning, what are you gonna do?
Hey,
You're gonna
Yeah.
call your assistant.
hey,
and you're
Katie. Hey, next time, Virgin. I saw their ad.
Gonna, okay, yeah, okay. So exactly, you're gonna hey, next time we go Virgin. Like I don't want to live that again, like that cramped flight that I just had, because it's the message, right? And there's probably like other large legroom options than just Virgin, but
Yeah.
Virgin had that solution, like you said, that solution for a problem that they probably had. Like they were like, hey man, nobody knows that we're
But do you
that type
think
of
that was
flight.
an effective ad? Do you think it's that ad sold because people are just getting off the plane right now? Do you think they're gonna like, even though in that moment, oh, okay, Virgin.
I don't know, man.
What are
Like,
the
it's-
percentage of people that that fly only once a year? What are the chances they're gonna
My-
remember next year?
My guess on this is really not how many people, like how effective it is. I feel like it's more like if you really ask me honestly on a like on the business aspect of this marketing campaign, I'm thinking cost, and I'm like, this costed nothing. This costed one of my reps to call airports. Hey, can we do this? How much would it cost to do this in your bathrooms? Please.
And the price was probably worth it. Instead of doing newspaper ads, this makes more
Newspaper
sense.
ads, TV ads, bro. Like they were probably like they calculated this and they were like, this would cost us nothing and we'll yield. That's the whole point. Like, and
Urinal
you
ads,
should
bro, it
you
makes
should
me-
think about marketing on this type of like business aspect, because people are gonna feel that they're gonna be like, hey, these guys are clever, man. These guys are nice. They actually like didn't spend money on media so I can get my ticket. Like some like smart guys like me will see that. I'm like,
If
hey,
you were a real estate agent, would you put your face inside a urinal? Would you do something this I was watching a movie the other day. I don't know if you ever watched the movie I Love You Man.
probably, bro.
One of
It's my
the
type of stuff. I
one
would
of
do
the
that.
one of the real estate agents, because it's a show about it's a show about a guy that's trying to find his best friend and his best man for his wedding because he doesn't
Bro.
have a lot of guy friends. So he's a real estate agent. One of the guys he works with is he's like a marketing guy. He puts his face everywhere. He's a real estate agent. And he's like, you got to put your face on urinals. And he's like, people bump into me all the time. Hey, I know you from somewhere. Yeah, you do. You pissed on my face, friend.
Oh, that's so good.
It's
Oh
funny.
no, that's good. That's good. Yeah, bro.
But
I
we
would
talk
do
about
it.
bold. We talk about bold stuff all the time.
Hey, bro, they were talking about that in the chapter. Wasn't that in that chapter that we were talking about the
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 fly, yes,
flies they
it
put
saves
in the
dot.
urinal?
Yes, that's cool. That's cool because when you see a dot, and you notice that in the urinals there's like a little dot in the middle, so you aim your piss at the
Yes.
dot.
Only
It's
us guys know that, but
yeah.
yes.
So it keeps like this. It keeps like so the janitors don't have to clean as much. It keeps the bathroom a lot cleaner, obviously. And
How crazy is that?
yeah,
So
you have to pee sitting down, bro. It's the best thing.
well, who said that?
I said
Where was
that.
that?
I said
It was
that.
Oh, you said that?
I said that.
Okay. I thought somebody
And I did
commented
some
on
research
that.
on it. It's actually better.
I
Keeps your
I
bathroom
did,
cleaner.
bro. Here it's only like now I have a boy. We just have a little bit. We just had a little baby boy, but it was only girls here. So, Sir here had to start adapting to the new environment.
Bro, like okay, we're gonna get a bit off topic here, but it's better sitting down. It clears your your bladder, clears it better. Like you fully clear your bladder when you're sitting down. That is all.
Younger guys won't
You
understand that, but as you
never
get
have to.
older,
You never have to clean any. There's never any piss. The bathroom never smells like piss. Never.
exactly.
It's
But
always
that was the whole point.
clean.
In the book, they're talking about this. They had a problem in bathrooms. I don't know where. Like they were talking about that. They had a problem. Bathrooms were getting filthy because guys didn't care. That's real human nature. Guys didn't care. They were like, shh, not aiming. Put a fly in the bottom of it, and that's probably the idea for that real estate agent there. He was like, "Hey, people don't like real estate agent. Let me put my face there. They remember me."
Hey, I know you from somewhere. Hey, dude, you pissed on my face.
That was good. That's good, bro. That was a good one. But yeah, man. There's also that Veet commercial. You remember that Veet commercial? That was also luck timing though. That Veet commercial. Goodbye Bush after Obama was
But was it timing, or
elected.
did they make that ad because they knew the election was coming up?
So yeah, they probably like they were probably waiting for that.
Wait, did Bush stay in power for 8 years?
I think he stayed in power for 8 years.
Excuse me. I don't know. I hope you guys didn't hear that.
So these guys waited 8 years for this ad to happen. They actually had 8 years to think about it. The marketing department was like, "Hey man, as soon as Bush is leaving office, we need to do that." But could you imagine the amount of like pun intended balls it needs to like it takes to like do an ad like that. These guys at Veet is some stuff for women to like to shave or pour faire de l'épilation. So it's a thing for shaving for women, and these guys waited like years to put their ads their ads campaign in the it was a magazine, I think, and they said goodbye Bush as if it was
I just got it. Wow, that's amazing.
So you just understood.
I just got it. Venus, the shaving, bro. That's amazing, bro. That's marketing. That's
They
marketing.
put ads goodbye Bush as if it was goodbye Bush, but it's actually like referring to the brand, you know?
That's genius, dude. I love
They
marketing
killed
like
it.
that. They killed it.
They killed it, and it's cost effective. It's very eye attracting. Like it's eye. You're like goodbye Bush. Oh, No, they're and you're laughing
Amazing.
afterward, like, man, they really did that. You know,
Yeah.
it was bold. You know,
Savages. I love savage
savage.
marketing. We talk about savage marketing all the time.
It's amazing to do that.
And that's
So
low
yeah,
risk. There's no risk in that. What do
not
you
really.
like? Not
You
really.
risk.
Bush.
No, bro, you can't say anything. But goodbye.
That's amazing.
Oh, bro, I love it. So, but you need to plan also. Like, if it, in some way, it's planning for the unplanned. Like, it's or it's impossible to plan that. You just take what's there. You need to use your environment. Like, you need to open
Use
your
your environment, open your mind.
like see the world in a different filter. If you have a brand, you need to see the world through different lenses.
Where can I
And
apply my product? Who could benefit?
you need to
You
study
need to,
that. Study that.
yeah.
Be the master of that.
You need to have a clear mind when you like. I always find here's a tip that works for me. I like to meditate. Like when I meditate
Mm.
5 to 10 minutes, my brain gets to like this mode, this creative. I get these creative powers. Like it
Because you
completely
stop for
clear
a
your
second.
mind. You stop thinking about life for a few minutes.
It's true. You can't do that like from 9 to 5. I have to be honest. Like my most creative ideas, sometimes they come in the shower. It's weird.
Yeah,
I'm in the
that because
shower.
that's you're in a meditative state when you're in the shower. You're in a
It's early in
meditative
the
state. You're
morning.
like,
Yeah, I'm
you're
thinking.
you know, that's why the most of the thinking comes in
Weird.
the shower. A lot of people come up with ideas in the shower because
Yeah.
it's an enjoyable moment. Your mind is relaxing,
I need a pad in my
and you're
shower.
not,
That's
you know,
that's linked to my
your mind
computer.
your mind works best when you're not stressed. And when you're owning a business, you're constantly stressed. You're constantly trying to solve problems. You need that. Take
It's
a moment.
annoying because
If
when
you're bootstrapping it,
I take vacations, I get so many ideas, and my wife is working in the company with me, so we're all together in this. We're two like that, so we see opportunities when we're relaxed,
yeah,
you
of
know,
course,
in
absolutely,
vacation. It's
yeah.
weird. So it's true what you say, like relaxing and have it. So actually, you know what's
Like imagine you put that
it's
into
making
your
me think.
practice. Like it's
Yes,
actually really good
that's what
advice.
it's making me think
Imagine
right
you
now.
make it a ritual every
A
day, no matter how busy
ritual.
you are. You could take 5 minutes to meditate.
Mm.
5 minutes. Imagine taking
Just
a
to
step back, meditate
boost.
for five
Yes,
minutes,
it
and
will
then come
help.
back. Worth it.
For Christians out there, if you guys are listening, like praying is this like it's the equivalent. I've I've had those like I'm not meditating. I'm like just praying. It's my stuff. But I don't want to get into
It's
that too
kind of
much.
the same thing, though, if you think about
It's
it,
the same thing. Like
because you're
it's
basically
just different
saying what.
definition. Like it's just the same. For me, my best ideas, the most productive ideas. I was just like sitting down outside, having a moment, just like, hey man. And like meditation it's that.
But is
Like,
it the same though? Actually, because when you're
it's actually
praying, you're still kind of thinking about something. Meditation is thinking about
you're talking.
absolutely nothing.
So you're talking.
You're
You're
just
talking,
taking
and you
deeper.
get
You're just
answers.
you're
And
just controlling you're flooding your brain with deep breaths of fresh air, and you're just giving so much. You're pumping a lot of oxygen to your brain, and it makes you
probably,
like,
probably
puts you into
you're
this
giving
relaxed state.
it blood, right?
I know that, but I could argue that. I mean, you could argue that praying is a form of meditation, the same
It
way like
is.
taking a
No,
shower is a
totally,
form of meditation for sure.
totally. It's my thing. Like it's. But instead of like stressing ideas in a meeting and like pushing something like having to, it's
Yeah.
more about like sitting down and be like, hey, how could I change my calendar year instead, and use timing as an approach instead of like raw message, and like, what is the best message? There's no best message. There's no copywriter that you could pay, I think, enough to push your business message more, like enough, you know, more that you could like. Who would be the best person? Some of these guys do. Some of these entrepreneurs, like big entrepreneurs, they're using themselves as a vehicle. I feel like that's amazing. You know, Elon Musk, he's doing that. You know, he has big business. He could just stay in the background, not talk to anybody. He's still going to podcasts. He's still talking.
Bro, that guy is worth like, I think he hit a new
Billions.
all time high, bro, like 350 billion.
150 billions of
Bro,
dollars
that's wild.
in the lifespan of one person. Like, how incredible is that?
Yeah.
And
Hey,
this is
Seb.
legit. We're going so off board, but I don't care. It's interesting, like I always. But that's us, George. Ça c'est toi puis moi. À vous, on est toujours un petit peu comme ça. But that's the time we set for this. So I love it. I actually love our show now.
Only now you love it. You didn't like it before.
Well,
But now we're more.
no,
We're a lot more structured now. Our points and stuff. I love the prepar.
fun.
We don't do too much preparation. We're still not. I don't want us to be robots. You know, I want us to come here and still be ourselves, still be able to laugh, shoot the shit. Nobody wants to watch. You know, like robots. Nobody wants to see that. You know.
Yeah, but that's
like
marketing. That's marketing also, like what we're doing right now, and that's also something you could pick up and do, like what me and Jordan are doing right now. We're also a little bit using timing right now. Everybody's trying like to start a podcast. It might pick up, it might not, but let's just try it. Let's just try.
Yeah, but if you frame your mindset like us, the way we're framing our mindset is we don't really care if it works or not. We love doing it. We're learning a lot. It's still gonna help us in other areas of our life, right? We're literally reading books and we're talking about the book on live. Like, what's the worst thing that could happen? Like,
nothing. We could probably the worst thing that could happen. We help someone else more than we help ourselves, and they end up being like,
that's
for me, like nothing could happen. So like the worst that could happen, I go broke and this person go rich. Like, that's the worst that can happen to me. Like,
shoot me a cut.
Like, I gave all that for free, and I ended up, I don't know, like, to be honest, like this is one of the, I look forward for these podcasts, like can we do twice a day? Like, I love it. I actually love it. And to be honest, yeah, man, creativity, good taste could save you a lot of money.
You and I, when we're operating and we're like, we're working together and we're laughing and we're having a good time, notice how much more creative we are. Notice how shitty it is when it's like there's obviously stressful periods, right? Where it's like, okay, you know, like, notice how shitty it is. It's shit. We're not creative and we're not coming up with good ideas and we're not operating at our full potential.
Let's be real. I know what you're talking about here. Like, let's be real. I have a telemarketing department. I have some people watching us, our old bosses of me and George. Me and George used to work together. We have our old bosses. Sometimes they jump in there. I hope Steve is there. Sometimes he could watch. I hope he watches this. Steve, I close the telemarketing department when I need to close it. So now it's not the time to call people. This is not a good timing. We're closing the department.
He's teaching his old boss something. I love it.
Okay, no, but it's true. Like, at some point, we were burning ourselves, and we didn't keep these jobs. We didn't keep these jobs. We loved it though. I loved my job when I was working at CPS. Shout out to Steve. Loved my job, but since timing is everything, since we were grinding, they were making us grind. And they were spending money. Like, I think it's stupid because they were spending money on us. I would have done something else, or I would have like prepared for next year. I would have like created something else and use my workforce or my horsepower or my energy
on something else. Yeah. Because there's always, think about it, there's always stuff that we want to do during the busy season, and we're like, no, now's not the time. Now we have to call. It's the busy season. And now, like during the dead season, why not use the time, build the website up, think about nice campaigns to do during the year.
Now is the time to talk about colors.
Now's the time to start thinking about those things.
Change the colors of your site, change the logo. Now is the time to talk about that. So you're ready and you're not talking about that stuff during busy season while you're grinding the phones.
Yeah. Or sometimes you are thinking about it and you're like, I wish if only I had the time to do it. You use that time wisely on the dead season. Don't ever stop, obviously. Just, you know. That's it for me, man. I'm going to get going. I have dinner almost ready upstairs.
100%.
I can already smell it.
1 hour, bro. Ça fait déjà 1 heure.
Time
Ça va
flies when
vite,
you're having
man.
fun, huh, my friend?
Ça va trop vite, ça va trop vite. Bro, ça
Yep.
m'a fait plaisir, man. C'était sick.
We
On
have
se voit
to do
demain.
this 9 more times during the day. It's not enough once a
100%.
day.
À vous, hein?
100%.
100%. I love it. So tomorrow, GTD, getting
Sir.
Tuesday done. We're gonna be using the board for the first time,
Hey,
and we're
Guerrera.
gonna be showing you guys how to because we talked about capturing last week. We're gonna be
Gerard Patat. You see the little thing that I pinned, the little comment? Can you click on it or go to our YouTube page, sign up, subscribe to our page? And he left.
but no, Instagram disconnected. That's why.
No shit.
Yeah, already. But yeah, man, it's fine, bro.
Talk about timing, huh?
Tomorrow, getting Tuesday done. We're gonna give you guys practical stuff to get organized. So get ready. Get ready.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir, Rick.
With that, have a good night, guys. Take it
Ciao.
easy.
Ciao,
Thanks for
Jordan.
listening. And yeah, sign up to our YouTube. I'm gonna put it up over here. I'm gonna put a banner.
Sign up
put
to
the
all our
little-
socials, bro. Like TikTok. We need some people on TikTok to be able to post the live on TikTok. Yeah, bro. Peo, you're coming at the end. Like it's been like
Yodi, man.
this crypto sniper coming at the end. Like seriously, crypto sniper. This guy, bro.
I
I
do
can't with Peo
can't.
anymore.
This guy, bro.
Crypto sniper. Bro, tomorrow you need to come up with some like real ideas for me to buy more XLR. PO,
Lumen.
I need XLR. Tell me
think,
if it's a good idea.
I think Tenurb Oej is a BTC maximalist. No, Tenurb. I remember when you December 1st, I'm starting my live streams. Perfect. We're gonna come as a special guest.
Yeah, special guest on
Why
Peo's live.
December 1st? Why not start it now?
Yeah,
Like, start it right now. Just turn on your camera and start.
I want to know
like
what you
we
think
did.
about XLR, PO. So tomorrow, tell me about XLR. It's up 500% since last month. I have
Yo, Geo, if
XLR.
you want me to join you, let me know. I'll join you. I'll come in. I'll talk about BTC. We'll talk about sniping some nice cryptos.
Sniping, crypto sniper. No, I want to know
Right.
if you're the crypto sniper, PO. I really want you to know more about the XLR platform, all that stuff.
Lumen.
I've bought, and now it's up like 500%.
But Lumen, I don't know. Is Lumen good? Crypto sniper.
I want to know if I should buy more at this point since it's already up 500%. I want to know if it's a good investment. If it's good, I'll buy more. It's still at a good price. It's still a good investment.
Is it Lumen?
XLM, yeah, XLM. That's what I mean. Stellar Lumen, exactly. I have a couple.
Buy Hex. Qu'est-ce que tu manges là, des chips?
Yeah, I gotta go, guys.
Chipalino.
Me too. And downstairs, yeah, it's
a
good. It's a
of
fork
XRP Ripple.
of XRP Ripple. Yeah, that's why I bought it. I thought it was good. Okay, I think I'm just gonna buy more.
What about Solana?
Nah.
Solana's good. What do you mean, nah? It's the
Yeah.
fourth or fifth biggest crypto. Nah.
Oh, Jesus.
See, I have no idea what it is.
No.
Look, Crypto Sniper's gonna agree. Solana's good.
Yeah, it's good. It's for
Solana, it's a spoon of Bitcoin.
meme coins chain.
I tried to be funny there. Nobody caught on.
All right, Jordan, on se voit demain.
I just said
Hey.
it's a spoon of fucking Bitcoin. Degen coin. Hey, crypto Sniper knows best. Definitely more than me about crypto, that's for sure.
C'est clair. All right,
But,
on s'en va overboard. On s'en va, Big. Moi, faut que je parte. Ma
Yes,
femme
sir.
m'attend bas. All right.
It's good to have him here because he's feeding the algorithm by commenting, so it's good.
It's fine.
Appreciate you helping us with our algorithm, crypto. I wish you a very nice day. I wish you good luck on your show, and I look forward to looking at your show, to watching your show.
Envoie-nous un invite. On va venir.
Yeah,
PO.
let's invite.
Ça va nous faire plaisir. Puis viens sur le nôtre aussi. On veut en entendre. Il faut qu'on parle un petit peu de crypto quand même. Là. On peut pas en parler.
Could you come on if you're not afraid of hiding your face, of showing your face?
Come on, puis on va en parler.
Come talk about
Ça va nous
crypto.
faire plaisir. Yes. All right, je vous laisse parce que les enfants sont en bas. Ciao, guys. Bonne soirée à tous.
Ciao, ciao. C'est-à-dire